Hello everyone. Today I'll be taking on some questions that some of my fellow meditators had. These questions I will take one by one and attempt to answer them so that your practice improves and you can meditate more effectively and make the progressive changes in your life that you need. So let's start with the questions. The first question is, how do I know if I'm meditating correctly? See, in the most absolute sense, there is no correct way to meditate. There are techniques, there are strategies, there are practice guidelines, there are algorithms, scenarios, several different practice assists that are there, which sort of help you reach a more technical correct version of meditation. But the simplest advice that I can give you right now is whichever meditation practice you're doing, if you have a book or a manual where they've given the instructions, or if you've learned it from a guru or a teacher, follow the instructions as they've prescribed because they thought of whatever's best for you and offered those instructions. It's only in a very advanced later stage in a practice where you can make refinements and modifications to it and then practice as per your liking. So I hope I was able to answer your question. If you have a follow-up question, please write to me. You can DM me on Instagram or LinkedIn, or just send me an email at contact.adityapatange@gmail.com. I've put the email in the description. Let's go to the next question. What should I do if my mind keeps wandering during meditation? Okay, this is a common challenge that a lot of beginners face, is that their mind is constantly wandering and going somewhere else apart from this moment here and now, or what is happening in the absolute present. That could be past, present, future, and it's generally one of memory, fantasy, planning, or fear. MPFF. It's one of these four. Now, if you can clearly detect when it's memory, when it's fantasy, when it's planning, and when it's fear, just note it, make an observation, and then bring yourself back. Say if your object of meditation is the breath, or it's a subject, which is a topic which is there in your mind, you're meditating on that topic, or it's music, then just bring yourself back, bring your attention back to the either the technique, which will have a certain set of instructions. So just go to one of the instructions that is the most suitable for you. And the other thing is, if you're doing a more classical style of meditation, then bring yourself back to the object of meditation. That's the classical way to do it. A strategy that you can employ is turn towards or turn away, which is if mind wandering is happening, then you turn towards the mind wandering, explore the contents of the mind. The turn away strategy would be that you sort of let that cease and then come back to whatever technique, strategy that you're doing, whatever your practice is. I'm leaving this open-ended for you to decide the best practice for you. Let's go to the third question. How long should I meditate each day and how often? Okay, if you're a beginner, then I'd recommend at least 10 to 15 minutes of seated formal practice a day. You could be doing other informal types of meditations, which is even writing code or writing a document or doing office work can be treated as a meditation, but I'm not including that. I'm saying seated formal practice. If you're a beginner, at least 15 minutes a day. If you're at moderate to advanced stages, then 30 minutes to 1 hour is a sweet spot where you can get the most out of a session. If you can sit more once in a while, it's good to do strong determination sits, which is you just sit and drop everything that is around you. You can keep your clothes on, of course, and preserve your physical body, and just sit for as long as the timer keeps running. I use Insight Timer for this. You could use another app, but Insight Timer is a wonderful tool to help you get better and track your meditation sessions. Let's go to the fourth question. Should I meditate with guided recordings or in silence? Both are good. If you have a good instructor, if you have a high quality instructor, I'd say do guided meditations. Guided meditations are wonderful if you want to get into the habit of meditation. Later, you might want your own internal talk or your own voice to precede over the instructor, and that's also okay. You can do guided meditations, you can do silence. I'd recommend you do both. See which works better for you. If both work well for you, both give you different results in different settings, then do guided meditations. I think we're out of time for today. We'll tackle the next questions or the next set of questions in another session. So have a wonderful weekend and keep the practice on. Cheers.